All right, guys, we have a burn team here that I would like to introduce to you guys. And it has two epics,
Over
one
before it
rare,
began.
and two Legos. I'm going to go ahead and go over the rotation. Biggs is your enabler.
Burn it! Burn it!
Then he is going to do some
Bombs
damage.
away!
And then
Let the
Arcus,
blood
or
gush.
Arcus, will explode them. All right.
Over before it began.
So we're hoping for at least 150 mil with this team. It does do up to 200 mil, but it is very random, unfortunately.
Over before it began.
And depending on how many times you want to redo it and get the luck of the draw is really up to you guys.
Bombs away!
Unfortunately,
Let the blood gush.
it can be a random team because of the fact that why are
Over
we
before
not
it began.
applying? Because of Biggs is very good character, but he's only got like a 40% ratio of landing his burns. Yes, he attacks
Over
5
before it
times,
began.
but it's 40%. Doesn't matter how many times, it's 40%.
Burn it! Burn it! Bombs away!
So it can be all random on what you get from him. And that's why I'm saying it's a very random team. I will be honest up front. I'm not trying to portray, oh, this is the most OP's team ever, guaranteed 150, 200 mil. It depends. Like, it really depends. Would it be better if Jorn and Durham were booked? Probably. Definitely Durham. Like, he'll output more damage.
Burn it! Burn it! Bombs away!
But other than that, like, that's like the only changes I could do that I can think of. However, if any of you guys can think of anything, by all means, I'm all ears. Or in this case, all eyes, because I have to read your comments. So please leave a comment below. Any suggestions, anything to improve the team, I am all for it.
Over before it began.
I like consistency. I'm sure you guys too. You guys do too. So that is why I'm being upfront, because I want people to realize that yes, this team is very capable of doing it. However, sometimes they die. Mainly because I can't use his attack down the way I want to. It's a battle skill, not on the ulti.
Over before it began.
Which there's nothing wrong with it being on a battle skill, but it's not booked. So it's not at its highest potency.
Burn it! Burn
Or highest speed, whatever the hell you want to say.
Bombs away! Let the blood gush. Over before it began.
Okay, there we go. So I think we're doing decent right now. I think this is the higher end of the spectrum.
Over before it began.
We have about 5 minutes and we're at about 70 mil.
Burn it! Burn it!
That is the very unfortunate. As you can see, some of these don't have burns. And this is what I mean. The 40% thing, it sucks.
Over before it began. Let the blood gush.
But for people that don't have, Asketis and Carf, Biggs is the only option. As far as like a really good applier. Enabler, applier, whatever you want to call it. He really is. He's an excellent option. But just know that you're getting 40% per
Let the blood
attack.
gush. Over before it began.
So the randomness of the damage will drive people nuts. It's been driving me nuts. Because it's so random. And sometimes they die before they get the damage done. Because a wrong stun at the wrong time, the attack up or attack down, is not applied when it needs to be. It can be a very random team.
Bombs away!
Now, if you can book them all, by all means, it'll definitely be an improvement. I guarantee you that the team would be far superior if I could actually book Jorn and Durham. But I don't have the books, so it doesn't matter. See, he just took a massive amount of damage there. All right, so we're at 3 minutes, and we're about 100 mil right now.
Burn it! Burn it!
That worries me, and we just got lack of
Bombs away! Over before it
burns
began.
there too.
Let the blood gush.
We're about 110 mil. Okay.
Over before it began.
Honestly, like I said, I'm looking for anywhere between 150 to above in damage. I'll explain why afterwards.
Let the blood
So if we can
gush.
manage to get 150 or above on a consistent basis, which I'm trying to do with this team, without having to redo multiple times, just depends. It's kind of weird because yesterday when I did it, it did it first try. And that's what I mean by the randomness. Like if Biggs lands all his stuff and it's like a miracle landing, it's ridiculous on how much damage they do. But again, it has to be... Oh, I just screwed up there. Oops.
Over before it began. Let the
I meant to
blood
drag it out.
gush.
It's not going to hit the last one. Oh, looks like we got it anyways. All right, well, we're not dead yet. That's a good sign. We're at 130 mil. Almost forgot to shut that off. It's very important that you make sure if you're going to manual, just pay attention to those three. Rotation is very important for this team too. I can't emphasize that enough. Like I'm trying to give you guys options to where your DPSers are pretty
Let the blood gush.
damn good, but also are reliable. Like right there,
Over before it began.
they've died at this point before, but looking like we're gonna hit the marker that we need to, which is good. Even if we die at like 160, I'm gonna be happy. See right there, he took a lot of damage.
Over
It's
before it began.
very, very random with this team, and I can't emphasize enough. I'm trying to be open and honest with you guys because, you know, I don't want to showcase a team and it worked perfectly,
Bombs away!
and then you guys go and try it and be like, "Wow, you just wasted all my resources for a team that's not going to help me." You know what I mean?
Over before it began.
So now we're at 150. We're at the exact marker I want to be. And again, I'll explain why. After the fight. There we go. We lost him. He's gone. It's all right though. The major damage dealer is still alive,
Over before it began.
which I mean he's not much major, but he is leading the boards. From here on out, it is all extra. And I can't emphasize that enough. It does not matter if these guys die now to me. Obviously, you guys can perfect it even more. It's doable. I know it is because I've done it. I've literally hit 200 mil on this team.
Over
It is
before
harder on
began.
phase 2 It is, but that's to be expected.
Burn it! Burn it!
Phase 2 is meant to be a lot harder. So right now we're looking at 160. And we have a good survivability so far. I don't care that he died. It's not a huge deal. The damage has already been done. Okay, timer's done. That is acceptable for me. And I'll explain why. As you can see by the points, I'm looking to do like 1.2 billion. That means that every team has to average 200 mil. That is 1.2. So right now, this is the team, and these extras are keeping me above. So right now, we're still averaging 200 mil per team. I know for a fact this team can get 200 mil. I know it can. It all depends on the landing of the debuffs. If you get defense down and everything, if the max burns are out there. It's a very, what's the word I'm looking for? On-off team. So you might have to retry it a couple times. I can go over the gear. Jern's in a heal set. Biggs is in a krill. Can't emphasize this enough on Durham Emperor because he's a multi-hitter. Do not put Emperors on a single hitter. I have found that it actually hurts their damage rather than improve it. That's just my experience. If you guys got a way to fix that, comments below. Like, comment. Then Adolphus is also on a heal set. And yes, I am using Elminster's guide. I'd be silly not to. And I also do have Elminster, who also uses Elminster's guide. Anyways, that's the video. I appreciate you guys. Please leave some likes on the video if you like it. If you don't, hey, leave some dislikes. And let me know how I can improve it. Other than that, y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.